back and thank you for watching my channel. In this how-to video, I will show you how to build some DIY wheels. I'm moving my little boat here. The actual boat is 14 feet. It's almost to the point where I need to start moving it around to position it to start finishing it up. So this how-to video is about building these wheels. I designed them. I wanted a wheel that would not float, so that when I roll the boat into the water, that the wheels aren't fighting with force up. So these wheels are designed to sink and stay on the ground. They're waterproof. It's made of plastic and galvanized metal and stainless steel. It's a reasonable build. It's not too expensive, but this video is all about that. Also, I have my new online store is up, which was a lot of work. The past 10 years I've been doing paintings like this, and finally I've got some clothing I can sell with my paintings on there, so I'll have a link in the description below. DIY boat wheels. Also can be used for kayak. Check it out. Alright, I have a materials list here for building these wheels. To launch your small boat or kayak into the water, they're relatively waterproof, water resistant. So each wheel, each side, you have two lids drilled 1 inch here, 1/4 inch 8 times. These here, you need 8 of those. 16 caps drilled at 1/4 inch, 3 inches wide. Then you have these threaded pieces. So these are some 3/4 inch threading. I'm not sure what this is actually for, but this threads onto it. And they will pinch in. This is a milk or water jug cap. I drilled out a 1 inch hole in. You'll see that in a minute. That's just a spacer, really. And then I've got the axle, which is stainless steel with a locking nut with that little kind of a rubber lining so that it doesn't come undone, and that's 6 inches with 3 washers, 3/8 inch by 6 inches stainless steel, and that goes through these two pieces. A lot of these measurements are arbitrary. It doesn't really matter. This is a 1 inch hole, this is a 1 inch recess, a 3/8 inch hole, and then I flip this one over and it has a 1 1/4 inch drilled through this block here. And this just goes through to 3/8, and those go together. Here goes your recessed one, and then you have your other one here on this side. And this is the adjustable axle, which I think is kind of cool. Works like a bicycle fork. Here we have the components to the wheels. I'm taking these caps and drilling them out through this jig here. There's the jig I made. Here's the drill press I made, actually. I'll go into some detail on that a little bit later. So this is my jig for the lengths of spoke. You could do this with a chop saw. I don't have one right now. Mine broke, so I just made a jig here with this circular saw. A little under 3 inches. Here I have this 3/4 inch threaded cap, and I'll be drilling a 3/8 hole in the middle, and that will screw into the lid, and your axle will go through that, 2 of those. It's not clean, it's not easy. It kind of moves around because the lid's so thin, but I just run it at a slow speed. There it is. Alright, what I have here is a 1-inch hole I drilled in the center with this bit, and this 3/4 inch threaded cap goes in there and threads in pretty easily. I have all the bolts in here, all the 8 bolts. Now I'll go ahead and start lightly tightening the nut of all 8. Doesn't have to be super tight. Okay, so to put the axle on, I'll take the stainless steel 6-inch into the cap, no washer. Put a washer on there. Put that through the wheel. And then another washer on this side. And then this piece here with the slight recess. And then put your final washer and then the nut. And that's pretty much it. So there's the 2 wheels. And now what happens is the axle that connects the 2 goes through these, which are all the way through 3/4 inch holes. And that keeps the wheels from wobbling side to side, which they really don't want to do anyway, but it's nice to have a little extra support. The last thing you'll want to do is drill a hole. It's hard to see, but there's a little, oh, where is it? There it is. There's a little hole you want to drill and put a screw in right here so that you can tighten the nut on this side. So what I did was I put a screw in right here, and I'll tighten it down against that nut, and then I can go ahead and tighten this one up without it moving over here. Get it a little bit tighter. So you take your 1 wheel, you put this 1/2 inch PVC in there, and then you put in 1 fork like that. Try to get it matched up the best you can with whatever you think will work. Put your other fork like that, and then your other wheel goes on top. And that's pretty much it. Alright, remarkably it works pretty well. I just put everything together. There it is. That's the kayak wheel setup, or boat, whatever you're going to use this for. I'm using it for a small boat, but also want to use it for a kayak, so looks like it's going to work. The measurements are, this is 42 inches, this is 1x2, these are 6 inches, and these side pieces are about, this one's 21, and this one here is 24. 24 inches, 21 inches. These little pieces are 4 inches, these little blocks, 1x3x4. This long one here is 42 inches. And these are 6 inches, 2x6. A little bit less. About 6, yeah. There it is. And the center axle here is 32 inches. It's a 1/2 inch diameter PVC. And that pops, it goes all the way through these and hits the cap on the inside. So the wheels spin really well. A little bit, a little bit of a wobble, but we're not going fast here. We're just pulling it down the beach. Walking speed. I think the other one's even straighter. Let's see, yeah, that one's really straight. So has a good rotation. It's on the stainless steel axle, and the plastic kind of glides on the steel. So I think it's a win. I'll have to try it out in the real world. drill press. Got rollerblade wheels in the back here. There's guides, hard to see, but there's a rollerblade wheel. There's another one over here.